Okay, guys, good morning to everybody. Today is the 16th of June, 2026. Crazy Global Market Talk with KEL. Crazy anytime, anywhere. All right, guys, good morning to everyone. So this morning, we have a lot of things to share with you, so stay tuned, all right? Let me just get this thing. Right, how come like that? Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. So before we start the morning, as usual, every morning I will make sure that you guys read the disclaimer. All right. To make sure that we are all protecting ourselves. Right. Whenever you trade in the market, please remember that it's all your hard-earned money. So you have to do your risk assessment. Now, before we start the session once again, today, whatever I share is my personal view. So for those who are who are involved in the CRAZII Asia Cup, please trade according to what you perceive. All right. Do not use my view as a form of guidance for reference. It's not really useful if you are, end of the day, you just have to do your own assessment. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's do the fundamental first. So what's happening now in the US market? So first of all, we are seeing that the Strait of Hormuz reopening could unfold if the US-Iran deal is implemented. All right, but because the thing is this, okay, Vance says a lot of Iran deal details to figure out, but the US has all the cuts. Okay, it's a very typical US thing once again. US is telling the whole world that, you know what, I am doing a deal right now, and it's all about me as in US. So everything is that we are controlling the whole situation. But we have already see some news leaking out says that US is going to pay up to $300 billion to Iran for the repairing and all the reconstructing of whatever they have bombed. Oh my goodness, you spend billions to bomb a country and now take billions to go and pay a country. Huh? Now, of course, when I hear this as well, right, I gotta ask myself a question. Why would US want to do that? The only reason is because of the oil, and also because of one thing very important. Maybe the whole fiasco is that US bombed Iran to push the oil price up so that basically they can sell to the rest of the whole world. Well, it's all possible, right? All these are all conspiracy theory, yeah. And there's another clause says that US must unlock about $24 billion of the US assets. But the Iran assets has been sanctioned or blocked by US. So again, all these things find so funny. Okay, but nonetheless, all these are what we hear in the non-mainstream media. So you have to go and think about it. Yeah. Right. Because of that, the US Dow Jones climbed 450 points for a record close and oil tumble on the potential Iran deal. Now, personally, all right, I'm pretty bullish on the oil market, but I did tell you that if the oil breaks below 90, the selling will come in, and true below it came. And now it's at 80. What do I think? Now, I think at $80 is a very good buy. I repeat myself to let you all hear this myself. Now oil price, Now oil price now is trading at about $80 per barrel, right? Okay, around there, yeah. So I think this is a very good buy, in my opinion, good buy. Okay, I think it's a very good buy. Today is the 16th of June, 2026, and this is KEL saying that. Okay, I put my signature there. All right. Now, why do I think $80 is a good buy? Because I feel that this whole deal itself will not go through. I repeat, I can say this upfront. I don't think it will go through as it is, right? Because it doesn't make sense for US to accept the deal that Iran wants, and of course, Iran will not do anything lesser than that. But of course, the thing is, this oil is something important, and for Iran to let go all these commercial these ships to go out is also important because they need the money. All right. So the thing is this: if you ask me, this is just a temporary, and I'm still very, very positive, and I still think that oil will hit $160 per barrel by probably next year, maybe by April or earlier, 2027. All right. So I believe that this is a very good time to buy some oil. Now, of course, some people say that no, KEL, based on the thing is that oil was at $64 when before the war, so it should be going back to that. Okay, let me explain to you why. I'll show it to you. Yeah. Okay, this is my personal view anyway. Second thing is that because of that itself, SpaceX also continues its rally. All right, and of course, the Nasdaq continued to pop 3%, very high movement, and all because everybody is back to buying into the market. But you must understand that at the moment now, the market is really, really overbought, overvalued, doesn't really make sense. And Warren Buffett have been dumping shares, and people just buying, buying, buying. So all I can tell you is this: this is something that we call it as a tulip mania in a way, where everybody is buying, right? But it's a little bit crazy at the moment right now. So SpaceX completed its first full day of trading on last Friday. They only traded like in the middle of 12 a.m. So it's not a full day, but yesterday was a full day, and the share up by another 20%. So that really made Elon Musk very rich. Okay, and they are saying that the company may reach the 1 trillion revenue in 2030. But guys, we're at 2026 right now, so there's a lot of projection here and there. Yeah. All right. So the thing is this: with 244 million shares traded, and it is 500 million was on Friday. So I think we are somewhere around there. I believe that SpaceX should be around here as a market top. All right. I told my friend 135 is the IPO price. So first level is 160, next level is 185. Okay. So I think that 160 should see some pullback soon. Okay. And the thing is this the highest price it went out was 192 here. So that is where it's above my target. So that's why I say that the number should be coming back down in the near term. All right. So I don't think that this SpaceX, a company that is at 40 times earnings, or 100 times in fact, can actually be at this price. All right. Anything above, in my opinion, 185 is already too high. Okay, that's my view. Yeah. All right. Let's see how it goes from here itself. But of course, a lot of fury now in the market. Okay, so now the thing is this, Strait of Hormuz opening, what will happen? This one all for you to read. I'll send it out to you. And last one is crude oil. The crude oil price came down by 5% because of the reopening. So Donald Trump says that the deal is now complete and reopen with a toll system, and US will end its naval blockage and whatever. All right. And for the Pakistan Prime Minister, they have been very, very helpful in this whole case itself. But of course, they have their own agenda. Okay, so whatever it is now, all is good, seemingly good, but I don't think it will end because you see, the discrepancy between US and Iranian understanding of the agreement has been re-emerged already. Yeah? The state media say that Hormuz will be only for 60 days, and Iran and Oman will administrate the strait after the period. So you see, it's not what we say toll-free for a long term. It's only for 60 days. So again, one party say this, one party say that. So crazy, right? All right, guys. So that will be the fundamental for today. Let's look at the technical. Let's hope all goes well. Okay, brilliant. Okay, today is good. Okay, so what's happening right now today? This morning, the opening price for gold is at 4316. The MLP is 4291. So which means that the market is actually bullish if it stays above OP. But it's a problem here. There is a strong resistance at 4319. That is the pivot 2. Okay, now pivot 2 is the support level, and now we are trading below the support. So obviously there will be selling pressure. But because it's above MLP, the market will struggle a little bit. Now, why am I drawing this particular line here? This is the blue diamond closing price at 4309. So which means that as long as gold stays above 4309 today, gold has a more upside to go. So if the gold can stabilize at 4309, break above 4319, the pivot 2, then gold can go all the way up to MA 4401. All right, it is possible, yeah? All right, so this is something to watch out for. But the thing is this, as you can see, the KSI is no good. The KSI shows the boys are actually selling, but interestingly, the KCX shows that the retails are actually buying. So it's a bit of conflict of interest right now from both sides, and that is kind of expected from the market today. Now, if you look at the 5-minute chart right now, this will give you a better insightful understanding here about this diamond line. All right, so you can take a look, guys. Okay, so this is the opening price of gold this morning, and then it went down, and where it stopped exactly at the day chart diamond line. Right, the day chart diamond line is 4309, and the market just cannot go down. And when the boys came in to buy, immediately the market reacted and went all the way up. But where it stopped, yes, it stopped exactly at pivot 2, 4319. Couldn't really go past it. Break below OP, sell. But when you sell down again, where it stopped, again at 4309. So only if a convincing sell down below 4309, then we can see real selling coming into the market. Okay, you don't expect the market to really move down too much. 4309. So where is the next KTR? Let's take a look here. The next KTR is at 4299. 4299 is the next KTR -1. So gold has to break 4309 first for it to rebound downwards to 4299. Okay, all clear? All right, good morning to you, Dr. Shah. All right, all the way from Thailand. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm done with this gold outlook. So watch out for gold unless it breaks above the OP and pivot 2, then the upside will be very clear. All right, if not, then if the market goes below the 4309, then there will be some selling. Okay, so that is the gold market for you. Let's just look at the other market. Now, I have been very, very, what they call adamant with you, telling you that when Bitcoin was trading about 60,000, all right, I was telling some of you to buy some Bitcoin at 60,000, 63,000, 61,000, all right? That was what I've been calling for buy. And now Bitcoin is moving up. Now, what's my reason again? It's because the big boys are buying back then. When the big boys was buying, the market was sideways, but because it's sideways, it's exactly what I expected. Because the market is selling, but the boys are buying. And that's why it caused the market to sideways. And when it's sideways, as long as the market stay up, then the market will fly up. And truth be told, you can see after that, the market literally fly all the way from the 63,000 base to the 66,000 base. All right, so up by this 5%. Okay, all right, so that's the reason why for me, when I see market coming down, but my KSI is green, I tell myself what to do. And that's why I can tell you that KSI is worth a lot of money. All right, it's not what you think. KSI is actually worth a lot of money because we are able to buy and know what to do when the market is actually sideways or down, and yet our boys are telling us and the big boys are buying. Okay, all right, so that is the Bitcoin. So you look at Bitcoin now, then you understand why am I looking at this oil. Okay, let's take a look at oil. Okay, so this is the oil day chart, all right? And I told you guys to be watching out for this. Okay, so first of all, oil, why come down? Why I was bearish? Because you can see over here, there is a blue diamond, and if you draw the diamond line, the market turns red color the next day, and the selling come. And of course, when you break the $90, I know that it's going to go down further, and truth be told, it went down. Okay, fine. So the thing is this, if you look at this right now, everybody, the KSI back then was, great. So that's why the boys are selling, right? If the KSI is green, the boys are buying. Okay, so pretty clear. But the question is this, why the price is coming down and yet the KSI is green? So don't you find it very, very interesting? The market actually doesn't really follow. And because of that right now, right, I can see something very interesting is that there's some monitor issue. Okay, you can see very clearly that the boys are really coming in to buy. So is it because they shorten the market, they're coming back to cover gap? It's always possible. But you ask me itself, right? It more look like it's going to start to accumulate somewhere around here, where the market is sideways, the boys are accumulating. Okay, all right. So guys, think about this for a while. Now, if you're gonna ask me what could be the only reason can bring the oil price higher, I mean, first of all, it's OPEC, unless they don't, and if they have to do the reduction of production. Number two, if let's say the Iran deal doesn't really go well, has to go through, then of course the oil price will go up. Number three, what if something escalated in some other places? That will also bring oil higher. So my personal view is this: today pivot 1 is at 81.27. It works as a very strong support at the moment. If it stays up, most likely we'll see the 86.88 coming in. But of course, again, if he doesn't and he breaks down, and the next level we'll be seeing him at about $76.80. Okay, all right. So this is something that we need you to take a look at the chart and then do your own assessment, and then we see how it goes from there. So this is oil, this is Bitcoin and everything, and I'll do one more. It's the US Dow Jones. Now Dow Jones, as you know, yesterday went up by 450 points, and the market is really pretty bullish on this. But I say we are really at the overbought region. We need to be very careful. Okay, all right. So this is the Dow, and you can see that today the Dow is trading below the pivot 1, below OP, below pivot 2, sorry. So most likely there could be some selling down to MLP, and then if MLP traded, stay fine. If you continue to break down further, we will see this 51,495. All right, that is a KCV. Moving down further, that will be even more, 51,000, 50,858. Okay, so traders, I think just take note because of this coming week will be the FOMC meeting, and Japan most likely will hike interest rate. So hiking interest rate means that the carry yen trade will be harder to do. So a lot of players will exit from the stock market to return back the money. That is very possible. Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you very much for today. I wish you all the best, and I wish all the competition students do well, and then see the top 10 winners. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.